on, but I can't. I don't know. It's not letting me see who you are. Welcome. Never been on YouTube Live before. I cannot. It will not show me. I don't think who's coming on and who's coming off. But hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello. Hi, Alicia. Welcome to my live. I don't know. I cannot see. You did pop up, Alicia. And that's it. You guys, I don't know how to work this. I'm sorry. So you're going to have to like comment or say something back for me to see, or to see that you're active in the chat. Hey guys. I just want to get on here because I've never done this before, and since I reached my 1K, I figured like I should start getting on live more and actually meet some of the people that have subscribed. I'm not sure if you can donate or not. I'm not sure, y'all. I don't know nothing that's going on here. I just I want to say, I'm going to give y'all a word, of course. Oh, thank you. I want to give you guys a word, of course. Excuse me if I look rough, okay? I've had a day. Today was a day. Yeah, today was a day, y'all. Today the heck out of me today, okay? But I was like, I made an obligation to get on at 8:30, so I'm a little bit early. But yeah, I just put my twins down for bed, so it's quiet for a little while. You might hear like little sounds going around because my 10-year-old son, he is playing his game, so he might have little outbursts here and there. But hi everybody. Yeah. I don't know, some of you guys are coming on here being a little nasty and like talking gross. I will just ignore you because yeah, that's not what I came on here for. Oh, thank you for your subscribe, Brittany. Y'all, I don't know what game that boy be playing. He be playing Fortnite. Honestly, I hate the game system, so how are you guys doing today? If you that get on here need like prayer requests, write it in the comments or in the section, and I can screenshot it and I can add you to my prayer request for tonight. Who's coming on and who's subscribing? Is feeling going into the new year? What are some things that you guys are trying to accomplish within this year? Oh, hi. Thank you for joining, girl. Um, I don't feel pretty. Like I was just saying, today was a rough day for me, but thank you for subscribing and thank you for the compliment. My year so far is good so far. I can't complain. God is going to do what God does all the time, for sure. Definitely not complaining. Hello, everybody. That means a lot. That means a lot, Judy. And again, thank you for subscribing, guys. So I was actually journaling not that long ago. Hold on, hope 26. I'm trying to multitask here, guys. I've never been on this before. Hello. I'm on live, just so you know, on my YouTube. I'm on live on my YouTube. My husband just walked in, guys. Sorry. I'm not trying to get distracted. Yeah. I promise we gonna talk, y'all. I'm trying to see if more people are gonna come in because I am a little bit early. I said I was gonna get on here at 8:30. At 8:30. Thank you. Nadine, are you a minor? Because you're asking about the Fortnite situation with my son, so. I can't. Y'all, just come on. I'm trying to hang in there. I'm trying to see if more people are going to come in. Because, like I said, I was going to get on here at 8:30. And I'm a little bit early on here. I just wanted to get on here a little bit early to see, like, how the, like, how it was on here. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This is, I did not get on here to give out my son's Fortnite information. So sorry, maybe this isn't the chat for you. How is everyone else doing? Called you. Why are your eyes so red? Good. I'm glad you guys are doing good so far, going into the new year. Are any of you guys, are any of you guys, the subscribers that's on here, are you guys new subscribers, or are you guys subscribers that have been on here from when I first started? I'm curious. Curious to see if going into the new year, if God has revealed anything for you guys going into the new year so far. Judy, you said you're a new subscriber. This is your first time seeing me on live? All right, can you block people on here? Oh yeah, you can. Okay, bye Nadine. It's talking inappropriate on here. Well, welcome the new subscribers. Camille, yes, be sure be sure to I will be sure to save this video. But anyways, I'm just gonna get into it because before, you know, things start going crazy. But anyways, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's on here, whether you are a new subscriber, a old subscriber, you've been here from day one. Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. If you subscribe to my channel is growing really fast. I'm so grateful for that, because the more it grows, that means I get to talk about God more and more, and the word gets spreaded out. I do want to just say, for the first time, and hopefully this is the last time, like, if you are a minor or you are anything like that, just like, this is maybe not the chat for you. I did say that this was for not for children, but I don't know, it's getting misconstrued in there. But yeah, today was a rough day for me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. The enemy will use anything, like literally anything, and today was a rough one for me. But like I said that I was gonna get on live, and so I'm just trying to hold on to my things. I even broke a nail, y'all. So yeah, today was a rough day. You know, I was supposed to do my hair, that didn't happen. So yeah. Have a good night's sleep. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here to thank all my new and old subscribers. But I also wanted to get on here because I feel like God was urging me to get on here and talk a little bit about some stuff. My journal, because I was writing it down. It's a little net flying around here. Hold on, I'm reading my journal because I have to write stuff down, because if I don't, I will forget. I was in a mood today because I was like, I was in a mood because I was just like, wow, God was really, well, I hit like an epiphany, I guess you can say, or a realization. And the realization was basically like, I think I'm meant to dish out more here in life than I am to get back. And I started getting my feelings about that a little bit, because it's just like, yeah, that could be really draining, you know, just being like on the God's toughest shoulder, like toughest soldier list all the time. So I was like, yeah, maybe I am supposed to, you know, um, maybe I am supposed to just naturally dish out more than I am to get back. And I have to find a balance with being okay with that. And in the midst, I was asking God that, I was asking him, like, how am I supposed to find a balance? How am I supposed to find a balance with this? So this particular message is for people who have been feeling, you know, like you're on God's toughest soldier list. Like, you know, you won't get back all the time, or all the energy, or all the efforts that you give out to people. So, I was feeling like that today, and I was definitely in like a mood and trying to not let my feelings take over and control. And yeah, it doesn't really matter who's on here, because I'm going to share the video. So it's okay that you're that you're the only one here. It's people coming in and out the thing. But yeah, so I started to ask God about that. Like, God, how am I supposed to feel about that? Like, how am I supposed to deal with that? Like, what is a balance with that? Yeah, Alicia, girl, it gets tough being on God's toughest soldier list. Like, yeah, it gets hard. But make sure y'all sharing this too, this live, because we're about to get into the word of God, seriously. But yeah, so I was definitely in my feelings about that today, and that could be a little heavy to carry. And God was just like, as I was venting to him, like, God, how do you expect me to find a balance with that? How do you expect me to be okay with that? And how do you expect me to go about that? And God was like, I do it. Like, humble my spirit in the quickness. Like, I do it all the time. Like, I do it. all of you guys, like, you know, all of his children, he's like, I minister so much more than I get back. I get, you know, he's like, I get bare minimum back. And then it humbled my spirit, also made me feel like, dang, God convicted me. Like, he humbled me real quick. Like, and then I thought about my own particular self and my relationship with him. And it was so many times I wasn't deserving of his love, or so many times I wasn't deserving of his grace, and he still gave it to me anyway. And so I was like, you know what, God, if you can do that, I was like, if you can do that for me, then I can do that for you. Like, I can administer the same thing, even if it only means that in the end, the only one that's pouring back to me is you, because that's really all that matters. Like, God's love and his pouring back into me. Like, so I'm not feeling depleted. And then I began to also say, um, just a second, I'm reading my thing. Out, I was like, I also wrote down, like, when the disappointment kicks in, the resentment begins, you know? So I was like, God, you know, how am I supposed to find a balance in between having to give out so much and not getting anything in return? And he was literally like, less of them, more of him. Less of them, more of him. And I was like, okay, like, you know, I get it. Like, and I started to pray to him. I'm like, God, you know, like, help me understand that that is enough, you know, that help me understand that, you know, your love and your affection and what you have for me is enough, and that I don't have to feel any of these things because you are with me at all times. But um like a balance and all of that, because it gets tough. And like I said, it definitely put me in a mood. And you can be the most controlled person, but when certain things hit you and the enemy sees that certain things hit you, he will continue to attack, 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 attack. And that's what happened today. Like, I must have put my guard down a little bit today, and the enemy was like, yeah, we're gonna get her. Like, and so, and everything that kept happening, I had to just keep praying. Like, so I just also want to say, like, if you guys ever experience any spiritual warfare, like, to get yourself out of there, you have to, of course, be in the word, but to also, like, you have to literally pray up and down till you just can't pray anymore. So yeah, I definitely, today was definitely one for the books. But um being on God's toughest soldier list is definitely hard. You really have to take on his heart, and it's crazy because God humbled me, because I woke up the last 2 days I have been saying, God, help me be more like you, help me be more like you. And then the next day, literally, I'm complaining like, God, I'm giving out more than I'm getting back. And he's like, so do I all the time. So do I all the time. Hi, everybody. So do I all the time. He's like, you asked me one day to make me more like you, and then the next day you have these situations and you're basically complaining about it. And I'm like, you're so right. Like, you're so right. Like, it's so true. Like, it's never enough, and it's never going to be a balance. It's just, you have to roll with the punches that get thrown at you, and you have to know how to combat certain spiritual attacks. You have to know how to combat certain things that are coming your way, because if not, the enemy will win. So yeah, God humbled me. He was like, girl, you was just asking me to make me more like, to make you more like me. And then the next day you're complaining about, you know, dishing out more and all this. Is like, I dish out so much to my children. He was like, do you think I give back nearly the amount of grace that I give? Or do you think I give back as much as the love that I give to my children? And I don't. And you have to be okay with that, because he's okay with that. You know how many times he probably just watches us and has so much disappointment on his heart. Like, we are not really deserving of his love, like, at all. Like, we are not deserving of his love, his grace, his mercy, none of that. He still gives it to us. We wake up every day with it by God's grace, and he gives it to us, and he ministers it to us, whether he feels like it or not. And so I think also the biggest thing is when we're praying these very strong prayers, because me praying, God, help me be more like you. Yeah, that was a very strong, bold prayer. Like, very strong, bold prayer. You have to understand what comes with that. Like, you're asking him to make you more like him. That means in the failures, in the mess ups, like, and in the things you don't feel like doing, like, you might have to live up to that challenge or live up to that prayer. And today was that day, and God humbled me. He was like, "You literally just asked for that." And I just was like, "You're right." And then it's also to like having a familiar heart, like just basically like understanding that if you are a chosen person, if God has chosen you, you have undeniable amount of tasks that are going to always pop up and hit you. Like you have to just be built for it. And I think actually that's what I said in my journal. I was like, why? I was asking him like, why is this like this? Why? Like I was like, I am not basically God, like I'm not you. Like I can't handle this. And he was like, you can. You can handle it. He was like, the things that I let happen to you, like you can handle it. Like you are chosen, you are set apart. Why do you feel like you can't handle it? Like if you couldn't handle it, I wouldn't be letting it happen to you. Does anybody else ever feel like hurdle after hurdle? Yes, girl. Like hurdle after hurdle. And does anybody else feel like after tremendous amounts of suffering, like major breakthrough always comes? So I have become like understanding to that as well. Like, okay, something major is shifting right now. And I've been talking about that in my last few videos about how there's a shift going on. So it's definitely a shift that's happening. But sometimes it's like you get complacent with like comfortability, and comfortability keeps you hindered, and it also keeps you in a relaxed state. So certain spiritual attacks can throw you off if you're not prepared or if you're not ready, And that's exactly what happened today. I got comfortable, I got complacent, and I started writing down to God all my frustrations. If y'all do not journal, like the biggest advice I can give you, even if you're not like a pencil and paper type person like me, like I'm almost done with this. Like if you're not a pencil and paper type person, use your notepad, use something like just to even write down your feelings. Also something new that I've been doing going into the New Year's, I've been asking God deliberate questions. God bless you too, babe. Um, I've been asking God deliberate questions, and he answers them. He answers them, like not sometimes it's a couple days after that, or sometimes it's right away, but he always answers them. So even if it's just a quick jot down, like, or if you have a comment or something that you want to pray about, if you have somebody, like just write it down in your notes. I use my notes a lot, like especially when God gives me a word to give to you guys. Like I'm like always writing stuff down in my notes if I don't have my journal with me. But journaling is a really big outlet, and you'll be surprised how God shows up with you through your journaling experiences, because literally I'm not the same person when I first started writing in this journal. I'm completely different. So yeah, God definitely humbled me today. So, and it's just nothing like getting like a little quiet spanking from God. Like, girl, sit down. Like, get out of yourself. Get out. This. I know what I'm doing here. Like, we forget that He is really like our Father. Like, I know what I'm doing here. I know what's going on. And coincidentally, the devotional I read today was also like having an understanding that we are not always going to understand what God is doing for us in these seasons, or why we are in certain positions, or why we feel the way we feel. It's just having an understanding that we have to trust God at all times. Like we just have to trust Him, even in the unknown, even in the scared, even in the not sure, even in all the questions that I ask Him on a day-to-day basis. Like we just have to have an understanding that God is God, and He's going to do what He does for us. And we are not going to always understand it. Like, so that is also important too, y'all. Um, I definitely just was like, today was a day. I even was like, I'm just going to go work out. And I just was like, I don't even have the energy. Also, too, Spiritual warfare is real, y'all, because let me tell you, it starts and this is God's grace too, because the more spiritual attacks you experience, the more you start to be able to navigate them, or you're able to call them out for what they are. And so I am able to call out my spiritual attacks. I notice them immediately. I notice when God is using someone against me, or using whatever to come against me and what he's doing in my life. I like notice that all the time. But um the spiritual attacks, they get stronger and stronger if you ignore them. I feel like it's like a stamina thing. Like the more stamina you build up, like in the spiritual realm, and the more stamina you build up through prayer, and the more spiritual stamina you build up by going to God about what's happening, like you get a little bit stronger until the spiritual warfare is gone. So I do want to encourage y'all that if you are experiencing spiritual warfare, prayer is the way out. Talking to God about it is the prayer out, and calling that thing out by its name. Like, you have no authority over me. You have no authority. Has anybody else been experiencing spiritual warfare going into the new year, or is it just me? Because I'm like, God, like I'm hanging in there for real. Anybody else experiencing spiritual warfare? I see like there's like 9 people in here. Anybody else going through something similar, or just experiencing warfare? Yeah, Brian, it's real right now, especially if the enemy could take us off of our tasks that he has. Like, even today I was supposed to go to the gym, but I'm so mentally drained from fighting my mental battles. And y'all, don't downplay spiritual warfare. Like, seriously, it's internally, it's an internal thing. Yes, God is good all the time. All the time God is good, but it could really drain you, like mentally, and deplete you, because it's like a rat race. Bad migraines and no energy. Yes. That is the worst. Especially when you have like actually like a headache or something that's getting in the way of that. So bad. I'm gonna pray for you, Alicia, though, that those migraines, and that God restores your energy ASAP. And I'm gonna pray for you too, Brian, because it is no game out here, especially going into the new year. Like, no. Like, I cannot be defeated. Like, and that's what I was gonna say too. You could be like on this is how you know spiritual warfare like is a thing, because you could literally you could be at this most elevated high space with God, like you feel like untouchable almost, and then you just wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, I am not the person I was just yesterday and the other day and the other day before. What is going on? And then it starts there. Like, it literally starts there. You recognize it immediately. You feel your energy off. You feel your migraine. You feel something's off in your spirit. And it's like a ripple effect. It just goes down, 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 down the rest of the day. And you just got to start calling it out. Like, no, I rebuke all of that in the name of Jesus. Like, but yeah, y'all, spiritual warfare is real. And I don't know. The main reason I got on here is that God just was telling me to, if you are like chosen, the spiritual warfare is happening right about now for sure. And that when we are battling spiritual warfare, we need to definitely remember that it's for a reason, for one, but also to like keep in mind that God makes things work out in our favor. So even if, like I said, if we don't understand, we just got to hang in there and persevere, because God knows what he's doing for us, even if we don't understand. Like, and I think there's a confidence that should be built in just that alone. Like, I'm confident enough to know that even if I'm being spiritually attacked, or even if my outside situations don't look like what I want them to look like God is doing something big, and that he is going to move in our lives, regardless of what the enemy is trying to put in our heads. And yeah, so I definitely will be doing more of these lives and getting on here just for nothing. I ain't really like want nothing for real. I just want to get on here to chat with y'all, like to chat, to, like I said, put some face and names to some of the people who are always supported me and commenting and stuff like that. But just so, touch bases with everybody. And like I said, prayer requests and to pray for people, because I also, I have my people that I'm constantly praying for, but I want to pray for other people. I always pray for people that I read like in my comments, or that tells me like one of my words resonates with them. I always pray like immediately right then and there, like, thank you God for them, and just praying for whatever situation that they may talk about in my comments. But I definitely want to start building more relationship with my subscribers and stuff like that. And so, like I said, since I've reached 1K now, I'm like gonna start just doing more lives. But I will have this live saved, and I'm not sure if it posts automatically on there, but I would definitely doing more of this. Thank you for whoever stayed throughout the whole thing and commented and all of that. I really didn't have any expectations or anything. I just wanted to get on here and just tell y'all what God was doing for me in this season, and hope that you can learn something by just my little situation. So yeah, to wrap this up, it's definitely just like, be careful what you pray about. Like, be very particular, I should say. Be particular about what you're praying about, because like I said, I'm over here praying 2 days ago, God, make me more like you. And then the next day I'm literally like in tears, like, God, why am I pouring out more than what than I'm getting back? God was like, I do it every day, every second minute of the day. I do it for you guys. Like, I do it for you guys. Like, and so I was like, I need to be a little bit more, particular about like what I'm praying about, like just in general, like y'all, especially in a season like this where God has already told me, like, thank you, Alicia, especially in a season like this where God has kind of told me like he's answering prayers really fast. And yeah, he is like, he is like, literally, like I said 2 days ago, I'm asking him to make me more like him, and he's like, you're not ready. You're not ready for what's to come. Baby steps. I was like, baby steps, God, baby steps. I need baby steps. Like, please don't just throw me in the wilderness. Like, I'm not ready. But yeah, y'all, be careful about what y'all praying. God is answering prayers really, really fast in this season. Like, let me just say that he is answering prayers really, really fast in this season. So be careful. Be very intentional about what it is that you're praying about, because he is answering prayers. He is answering prayers. And thank you. Anybody who knows me knows all I do is talk about God all day. I'm like obsessed with him. And I'm like, if you can't hear me banter and talk about God, then I don't know if I'm your person. Cause I'm gonna talk about God all day long. That's why I started my YouTube channel. I'm like, I need an outlet. So I know there's more people out there who agrees, but I want to thank everybody. I've been on here for 35 minutes. I don't want to make this too long, but thank everybody who hang in there. Hey, Camille, thank you for being on. Thank you, Jennifer. I don't know if you were on this whole time, but I feel bad that you just got on and I'm about to get off. But yeah, I definitely would share this onto my page and hope that this was helpful in some type of way. If not, at least you got to kind of, I guess, put a face to my messages. Got an activity out here. You got to dodge it like bullets, literally. Watch your back out there. Has a great night. And like I said, I'll be trying to maybe just do lives like once a week or something like that, or whenever God puts on my spirit to do it. If you were on here and I didn't get to say hi and bye, I guess, because I'm about to get off now. But it was nice chatting with you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next live or in my next word. My next word, I told you I was talking about fasting. So if you are a new beginner in fasting and want to know more about that, definitely keep a lookout on that, because that's the next video that I'm going to be talking about. I might do a part 1 and a part 2 to that. But okay, guys, God bless you all, and you guys have a good night.